Hello, my name is Levi Sternburg. I'm an artist and arts organizer in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I started my career in the arts at the University of South Dakota. I graduated in 2021 with a degree in fine art, an emphasis in sculpture and painting, and a minor in art history. The entire time I was a student at USD, I was also a work study gallery assistant for the University Art Galleries. And those two parallel pursuits are what gave me the skills and the confidence to do everything that I've done since I graduated. I started my role in the gallery behind the desk of the Oscar Howe Museum, and shortly after that got the experience in remodeling the gallery archives, where my construction background came in handy, but I also got to get introduced to the collection that they have there, the amazing collection of artwork that the university has, and also the awesome crew of people that I would end up working with for the next 3 years. I learned a lot while I was working there, and those experiences changed the way I look at art completely. It never felt like a job to me. I was always excited to clock in, and every day was a different adventure. We always had so much going on. And I got to learn, on one hand, the ins and outs of gallery and museum operations, hanging artwork, shipping artwork, and we got the chance to take some trips and see larger museums and meet with other directors and curators in those spaces, and to work with some of the most incredible and amazing artists in the region. On the other hand, I also got introduced to community arts through sculpture garden initiatives, in which we were working to make the sculpture garden at the university a more inviting space and a more valuable space for the entire university community. We started doing community workshops that culminated in a mosaic tile bench in the garden. And from there, we started doing all kinds of community-based projects and bringing artwork, sharing artwork, and giving people the opportunity to create and express themselves. And the joy that that brought to people really showed me how powerful art is and how important art is in communities. And while I was a student, the pandemic happened. But fortunately, I got to remain as an assistant of the gallery, and we got to face that challenge together. And we knew our community needed to express themselves, and they needed art, and they needed the kind of joy that only art can bring. But we had these new challenges of social distancing and masking, and just the question of how do you bring art to a community that can't gather. So we ended up doing installations, outdoor performances, and continuing to do workshops, and together we made it happen. We were still able, even before and after the pandemic, we were able to do some incredible things that I never thought were possible. And after graduating, after learning everything that I could do, I found a friend, Tyson Schultz, who actually also graduated from the University of South Dakota Fine Arts. We realized we had this sort of shared vision for what we could bring to my home community in Sioux Falls. And after all these experiences, I had the confidence and the skills that I needed to really make it happen and to make a positive impact. And from there, we started doing these pop-up shows and social media campaigns to give emerging artists in our community a platform to share their work alongside established artists from all over the world. And we wouldn't have been able to do any of that without the University of South Dakota Fine Art Department. especially the university art galleries, especially the sculpture garden and the amazing initiatives that we got to do, and especially Amy Phil. So those parallel experiences of pursuing my own personal practice and also bringing art to the community and learning the practical applications and conventions of exhibiting artwork changed my life. And all those experiences are why I give back on Giving Day, and why I hope you would join me in doing the same thing. Thank you very much.